in Capitol Heights. Mark, good morning.
Top of the morning.
How old were you, Mark, when this happened?
Like 23.
Okay, Mark, lay it on me, dude. What happened?
We went to Ocean City. It's like a family thing we do every year. All of the kids in our generation just shoot up. And we were hanging out. We went to some restaurants. We walked the beach. We just had a good time. I ate some bacon, and I don't eat pork or beef. And I ate bacon. Mm-hmm. And it was my stomach got real tight. So we went to the pool, and we're lounging, and I feel it coming, but I know I'm not going to make it. Mm-hmm. And it just oozed out. It was like that movie Friday where Craig took a real long poop in the tub.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. You left a dookie in the pool.
What came out of my net, but
all right.
Pretty much.
All right.
Ew. You ruined it for everyone.
He didn't try to.
Why didn't you just get out?
He couldn't control it. It came out of nowhere.
I know, but he's like, I knew I wouldn't make it. I'm like, just get out of the pool,
but if you can't get out of the pool, and there it is, you know.
Oh, my God.
Golly. Let me go in Glen Burnie. Ashley, good morning.
Good morning.
Bad vacation poker. What happened?
So we were on a cruise. It was my first cruise with my boyfriend, and it was in St. Martin. You know those helmets that they put on your head for the sea trek, and you can walk on the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, yeah.
I was in front of him, and his helmet lost air to it. So his helmet started filling up with water. He had to throw it off of him and go to the surface, and I had to complete the whole thing. Scared to death about what is going on with him.
Yes. So those are things where it's basically like you're scuba diving, right? But it's the helmet full of, I'm almost like an astronaut helmet, basically. So it allows you to breathe and go. Yeah, so imagine that cracks at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, my God.
That's terrifying.
It was, and when he came up, it was right, his head was like millimeters from a barge.
Oh, I'm sure.
Spiked off of it.
Golly.
He was like, this is miserable.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Are we still together?
Yeah, we're still together.
Look
We've
at
been
that.
together for 12 years.
Well, I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, that's scary as hell. 1 second, Ashley. You're in the running.
Okay, never doing that.
No. In Middle River, Alyssa, good morning.
Good morning.
What happened on vacation, girl?
So I was in my early 20s, and I went to take a trip to Miami with this guy who was 40 at the time.
Nice.
And he was such a loser because instead of going into Art Basel like a normal person, he took 3 hours trying to sneak in.
Sure.
And eventually had to buy a ticket to come in. But it actually gets so much worse because later that night he tried to hook up, and I was not about it at that point. So I made up an excuse, and he proceeded to take care of himself right next to me as I was trying to sleep.
Sure.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
Ew.
And how'd you guys meet, Alyssa?
We met at an animal rights conference.
Sure. And he just was swooping in.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was a for sure.
Okay. All right. Alyssa, 1 second. You're in the running. I wouldn't know what to do.
I would leave.
I think it's probably the move there. Hold on. Let me get some of this voice change here real quick. Let me go. Fake name Jennifer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, what happened, girl?
We were in South Carolina at a bed and breakfast, and there was an electrical storm, and the lights went out, and we got back to the bed and breakfast that night, and the owners had left some candles for us for the room, so we go in and we lit the candles and everything, and
Nice.
And then we realized that it's getting smoky, and we realized that the pillow on the bed was on fire.
Oh, God.
And and so my husband picked it up and ended up dropping it on the floor, and so there was a burnt mark on the rug.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, it's getting really, really smoky, and he's trying to open the door to leave, but it kind of jammed, and I just grabbed the pillow and ran in the bathroom and threw it in the bathtub.
Yeah, I bet. Did they charge you guys for the burn mark or no?
No, I mean,
That's good.
The next morning at the bed and breakfast, we told them what happened, and we were like, "So sorry,
Yeah.
I will pay for damages or
The
whatever."
fire package.
Yeah.
They were like, "So
Yeah.
don't worry about it." They were so nice about it. We didn't have to pay.
Well, that
Sure.
was nice.
It was scary.
Yeah, I
That's
bet.
scary. They're
Okay.
like, sorry about the electrical storm. Thanks for not burning the house down, though.
Yeah, for real. My goodness. Okay, fake name Jennifer. 1 second, you're in the running. Dude, this past weekend, I fell asleep and left candles on. That wasn't good.
Oh,
Woke up in the
God.
morning, I'm like, duh, that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
House smelled great.
Well, that's
House
good.
smelled great. But I was like, this could have been bad
This
news.
could have been really bad. Yeah.
Not the way I'd want to go out either.
No.
If that's the case,
absolutely not.
I'm going to need you to lie. You know what I'm saying?
What do you want the lie to be?
That bad guys were trying to get me because I've been doing heroic things recently.
Yeah, you've been saving too many like old ladies crossing the street.
Absolutely.
And stuff. Yeah.
And so they were like, we're going to make it seem like he has candles on fire.
Absolutely. I got you.
Yeah, don't be like he fell asleep, taking a nap, and his house smelled
Why would you have candles on fire for being heroic?
No, I'm saying like the bad guys wanted to set me up because I've been doing so many good deeds. Like, we got to get rid of this guy over because he's doing so many good deeds.
And be like, I'm not a candle girly. I was a hero.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm saying don't let the story be his candles were on too long, and that's how he went out. Yeah. You know, he smells great. You know what I'm saying? Let me go. By the way, vote for your fate over text, 99338. Hold on, let me go in Falls Church. Mary Margaret, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, girl, lay it on me. What you got?
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so last year I had planned a trip to Savannah, Georgia, because I was actually considering moving down there.
Nice.
And also in the process, I was buying a new car, so got the new car. But then a week before my trip, had issues with the car. The battery kept draining. Took it to the dealership. They still couldn't figure out what was wrong. So the night before my trip, finally convinced the dealership to basically buy that car back and got a new one. So drive down to Savannah, Georgia. And the second day after I got that car, I got in an accident. My fault. On top of that, so I had to. My insurance had to cover it. $20,000 worth of damage to my car.
Oh, my God.
And I didn't have. Apparently, I didn't check the box for rental car insurance. Rental car.
Oh, no.
Coverage, so then I had to pay out of pocket. For rental car down in Savannah, Georgia. Stuck without, my car.
Yeah.
Had to, Anyway, trying to get the car fixed there was a nightmare. So I decided, I'll just, ship it up here and to DC and get it fixed here, where I was only there for a couple of weeks, so
Sure.
I didn't want to leave it down there and have to fly back down there to get it.
Yeah.
How much did it cost to ship the car back?
That was so to get the car up here, it cost about $1,000.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
Of course, insurance doesn't cover it.
Yeah.
No.
But then it took about 2 weeks because that's just the whole scam trying to get those guys to ship your car.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm incurring storage fees and everything
Sure.
else.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Finally get it shipped up here, and then it takes about 2 months to finally get it fixed.
my
goodness.
God.
The car,
Yeah.
I had it 2 days, and then I had to wait two months before I actually could drive it.
Sure.
sucks.
Okay. All right, Mary Margaret, hold on 1 second. You were in the running. Vote for your favorite over text, 99338. Do you have a bad vacation story, Saz?
I went on vacation with a friend who kept telling people we met on vacation like stories from my life that weren't true.
Oh.
Like, I would be saying something, she's like, oh, yeah, I was there, and it was when I didn't live here, and she'd never visit me in Georgia, so I was like, what are you talking about? And she would just change every story I was telling, she would change it. It was really weird. It was just fairly bizarre. And then she was just starting arguments with people. She was talking. I couldn't talk about my best friend. She would get upset because she said that I was her best friend when I was.
Jeepers creepers.
It just was like an ongoing thing
Yeah.
to the point that I just couldn't be there anymore because she was just starting fights with everybody at this resort to the point that strangers were asking how we were friends because we were nothing alike.
Oh, damn.
I ended up leaving a day early.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was
Okay.
just crazy. She was just starting fights with people everywhere. Like even at the airport. On the way there, I was like, I know this is going to get bad.
That's not the vibe.